यहुन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चापि वदा नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। 79 रक्षन् प्राणैः कुलायं निजशयनगतं श्वासमात्रावशेषैः उत्तत्प्रेतकल्पाकृतिगमिति पुनः सारमेयादिभक्ष्यम् स्वप्ने स्वीयप्रभावाद् सृजति हयरथान् निम्नगाः पल्वलानि क्रीडास्थानान्यनेकान्यपि सुहृदबला पुत्रमित्रानुकारान् मातङ्गव्याघ्रदस्य द्विषदुरगकपीन् कुत्रचित् प्रेयसीभिः क्रीडन्नास्ते हसन् वा विहरति कुहचित् मृष्टमश्नाति चान्नम् म्लेच्छत्वं प्राप्तवानस्म्यहमिति कुहचित् शङ्कितः स्वीयलोकात् आस्ते व्याघ्रादिभीत्या प्रचलति कुहचित् रोदिति ग्रस्यमानः यो यो दृग्गोचरोऽर्थः भवति स तथा तद्गतात्मस्वरूपा विज्ञानोत्पद्यमानः स्फुरति ननु यथा शुक्तिका ज्ञानहेतुः रौप्याभासो मृषैव स्फुरति च किरणा ज्ञानतोऽम्भो भुजङ्गः रज्ज्वज्ञानान्निमेषम् सुखभयकृदतो दृष्टसृष्टम् किलेदम् मायाध्यासाश्रयेण प्रविततमखिलम् यन्मया तेन मत्स्थान्येतेषु नाहम् यदपि हि रजतम् भाति शुक्तौ न रौप्ये शुक्त्यं शस्तेन भूतान्यपि मयि न वसन्तीति विश्वग्विनेता प्राहास्माद्दृश्यजातम् सकलमपि मृषैवेन्द्रजालोपमेयम् हेतुः कर्मैव लोके सुखतदितरयोः
एवमज्ञो विदित्वा मित्रं वा शत्रुरित्थम् व्यवहरति मृषा याज्ञवल्क्यार्थभागौ
यत्कर्मैवोचतुः प्राक् जनकनृपगृहे चक्रतुस्तत्प्रशंसाम् वंशोत्तंसो यदूनाम् इति वदति न कोऽप्यत्र तिष्ठत्यकर्मा। In the last verse, which we just rendered, 83, so we saw that the dialogue between Yajnavalkya and Arthabhaga has been captured. Yajnavalkya and Arthabhaga. Yajnavalkya Arthabhagau yat karmaiva uchatuhu prak janaka nripagrihe chakratuhu tat prashansan tat karmaiva loke sukhataditarayoho hetuhu. So this is how we need to understand. Whatever karma. So in fact, I was thinking of sharing a very interesting verse which is in praise of karma. In the last class, since we didn't have time, so I could not share that verse with you. Maybe I will start with that verse. In fact, in the later part of the verse, in the fourth quarter, we have the statement in Bhagavad Gita which is also recalled. The statement in Bhagavad Gita being recalled. Vamshottamsaha yadunam iti vadadi nako pyatratishthatya karma. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishthatya karma kriti karyate hyavashah karma sarvaha prakriti jair gunaihi. Karyate hi avashaha karma sarvaha prakriti jair gunaihi. So this is what it is. The sarvaha prakriti jair gunaihi is a very interesting phrase. Sarvaha, who does it refer to? Does it refer to animate? Does it refer to inanimate? Does it refer to Manushyas? Does it refer to Devas? What does it refer to? As it is, the phrase Sarvanama can refer to anything and everything. Karyate hi avashaha karma sarvaha prakriti jair gunaihi. This prakriti jair gunaihi can be interpreted as something which is there in you as a human being, what you have imbibed by previous karmas and the samskaras which are there with you, lodged safely, prompted by them, this fellow keeps doing. So this is with reference to Chetanas. And Prakriti Jair Gunaihi Karyate hi avashaha karma. Now you can even take it to other things. Other beings which may be conceived as living beings. For instance, so this flower blossoms, flower closes down. So there is a certain activity which is happening in that entity. So everything in this world is continuously undergoing some change. Some karma is happening. So avashaha karma sarvaha prakriti jair gunaihi. When you say prakriti jair gunaihi means by the characteristics of the substance by which they are made of, they keep undergoing some change. So this you can even extend to other beings. Perhaps keeping this in mind, and in order to impress upon a very important idea, Bhartrhari has composed a very interesting verse. Towards the end of Niti Shatakam, there is an interesting verse. I'll tell you the verse, you repeat, then we will see. Brahmayena kulalavanniyamitaha. Brahmayena kulalavanniyamitaha. Kulalavanniyamitaha.
कुलालवन्नियमितः कुलालवन्नियमितः
ब्रह्मांड भंडोदरे
ब्रह्मांड भाण्डोधरे
ब्रह्मांड भाण्डोदरे विष्णुर्येन विष्णुर्येन दशावतारगहने क्षिप्तो महासंकटे क्षिप्तो महासंकटे रुद्रो येन कपालपाणिपुटके भिक्षाटनं कारितः सूर्यो भ्राम्यति नित्यमेव गगने तस्मै नमः कर्मणे तस्मै नमः कर्मणे. This is a very interesting verse which has been shared by Bhartrhari for us. He says, Brahma yena kulalavanniyamitaha. Kulala, what does it mean? The one who makes potter. Potter is called Kulala. Kuyavan in Tamil. So potter. Why is he called Kulala? In fact, the word Kulala also has some interesting derivation. Kulam alati iti kulalaha. Kulam alati means, so he brings in huge amounts of clay for him to prepare things. Alati. See, samantat lati. You can't just make from any mud that is available. Okay. So he has to gather in huge amounts. And there are certain other things, paraphernalia. All things. So he brings and then he gets into the job. Okay. There is a lot of activity which is involved. So anyway, kulalavat is a simile here. Yena, by whom, or by which, whatever you want. Brahma yena kulalavan niyamitaha. Niyamitaha means he has been assigned this job. Assigned the job like a potter to keep on creating. Brahmanda bhandodare. It's very interesting usage. See, bhanda means vessel normally, patra. The other day I told you, remember? What did I tell you? Bhanati bhanyate. So this is the word. So that which sort of makes some noise. This is of course, see, in fact, very interesting. So there is a noise all around the universe. So you have to just receive the signal. Anyway, noise filtering has to be done sometimes. Noise reduction has to be done. Anyway, there is noise all around. Okay. So in fact, the scientists are only looking for that remnant noise which happened long back, light years back. Anyway, so that is also called noise. So this bhanda, brahmanda bhandodare, any bhanda makes a noise. And here he is using this brahmanda as bhanda. That is the description. You understand? Udara means at the center. So at the center of this brahmanda is also a very interesting thing. Normally anda means some sort of a shell. Okay. So andaja, svedaja, udbhija. So anything that is in the form of a shell, you call it as a anda. So brahmanda, what does it mean? It is a huge anda, really huge. Brahmanda Bhandodare. In fact, there are some interesting descriptions of even this Brahmanda, which may be worth knowing. See, this Brahmanda, so in some of the Puranas, they describe this way. Brahmanda metat sushiram tatredam bhuvadikam. Brahmanda metat sushiram. Sushiram means hollow. Understand? Sushiram, both are used. Okay, Shushu Dhatu. So even if a lake gets dried up, okay, it looks like hollow. Okay, Sushiram. Brahmanda metat sushiram. And then he says Tatredam bhuvadikam. What do you understand? Bhuvadikam means the lokas, all the lokas. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. These are above and then below. All of them. So there is a huge shell which is being conceived of, and that is what is called Brahmandam. And it is primarily empty as far as we can see. There are some specks here and there. Okay. So even from the modern viewpoint, there are some tiny specks here and there, but it is essentially hollow. Brahmandametat sushiram. Tatredam bhuvadikam katahadvitayassiva samputam golakakriti. A nice description. Katahadvitayassiva. Kataha means a hemisphere. Okay. Katahadvitayassiva. It is essentially two hemispheres which are joined together. Katahadvitayassiva samputam golakakriti. Samputa means folding. Okay. Golakakriti. So that has given rise to Golaka Akriti. Even the potters, so they try to do this way. They have to create two kataha. Okay. So kapalas, and then they sort of put together. So Golakakriti. If your pot is too small, how will you join them? The head is, you can't put your hand. So you create two hemispheres and then sort of nicely unite them. Katahadvitayasyeva eva samputam golakakriti. Then he says Brahmanda madhye paridhi vyoma kaksha bhidhiyate. So on the center they say paridhi, there is a circle, and this is called as Vyoma Kaksha or Akasha Kaksha. Vyoma Kaksha bhidhiyate. This is called Vyoma Kaksha. Tanmadhye Brahmanam Bhanam Adhodha Kramashaha Tatha. So this is how it is described. Tanmadhye. So there is a certain thing which you visualize at the center of this Brahmanda. And then there is a layer. In that layer, so various things are moving around in various. This is called Akasha Kaksha. Anyway, you find this kind of a description even in astronomical texts in a different way. So they define what is called as Akasha Kaksha. Okay, now Brahma yena kulalavanniyamitaha. So from a larger viewpoint, so if you just conceive of, so as there is a certain cycle and cycle of birth and death for the human beings and various other beings that you see here, so we find a certain description at a much larger scale. Kulalavanniyamitaha. So things are being created at some point. At a later point they will be collapsing. Okay. Brahmanda Bhandodare. So who made this Brahma do all this? So this is the abstract entity which we call as karma. So it is a very interesting description. Brahmanda Bhandodare. Then he says, Vishnur yena dashavatara gahane kshiptoho mahasankate. So this fellow Vishnu, dashavatara gahane. So dashavatara gahane. Gahanam means something which is very deep, difficult. So there can't be a greater difficulty than what Vishnu would have experienced in taking the Narasimha Avatara. So imagine, this fellow said, Na mrigam na manusham, I don't want death from anything. Okay? Vishnu yena dashavatara jahane kshipto mahasankate. Mahasankate kshiptaha. Kshiptaha means he was thrown into. Sometimes you have to be born as a tortoise, sometimes as a sukara. Okay? Vishnu yena dashavatara gahane kshipto mahasankate. How does the word sankata come? We say sankata mocha vinayaka. Sankata hara chaturthi. Katati means avarnoti. One of the meanings of katati is avarnoti. Avarnoti basically means covers, shields. Shields what? Samyak katati. Okay. So it is sankata. So sankata means it completely shields what? Our thought process is gone. You are trapped into some situation. What shields is the situation. What is shielded is the intellect. It doesn't function. Okay, you don't know how to escape out. So this is what is called sankata. So either way. So if I move this way, I am trapped. If I move this way, I am trapped. This is what is sankata. So this Mahasankate, this Vishnu was dropped into Kshipto Mahasankate. Then what does he say? Rudro yena kapala pani putake. So what does this Rudra do? Kapala pani putake bhikshatanam karitaha. Kapala pani putake is also a beautiful usage. I was thinking how to derive this compound. This was a little tricky. Rudro yena, suppose you say Kapala pani putakaha. That is much easier. The Kapala pani putakaha means so he is holding his palms like a Kapala. So this is Vishnu, Rudra. Putakaha, it will go as an adjective to Rudra. But it is Kapala pani putake. It is Saptami. Like Brahmanda Bhandodare Gahane. So Kapala pani putake bhikshatanam. So Saptami Bhikshatanam is wandering around for the sake of bhiksha. Okay? Bhikshatanam. The Brahmachari is supposed to do bhikshatanam. Sannyasi is also supposed to do bhikshatanam. Okay? So, bhikshartham atanam bhikshatanam. Okay? So for the purpose of bhiksha, daihi. So this is. So here he says Rudraha bhikshatanam karitaha. Kapala pani putake means Saptami normally means adhikaranam or vishaya. So here, so how do we understand this? So this Kapala is obviously the adhikaranam for bhiksha. So where the bhiksha is dropped, so that is Kapala. Okay, he holds a Kapala and takes bhiksha. This is what we understand. Kapala pani putakam, Kapala pani putake. So this Kapala is that skull and the pani is hand. Now we know these terms. Chakrapani. How do you understand? Chakram pano yasya saha. Chakrapani. Okay? Chakrapani. Similarly, we can say, we have the Shulapani, no? Shulapani ye namaha, Khatwangine namaha. Similarly, we can say Kapalapani. Okay? Kapalam Pano Yasya Saha Kapalapani. Dandayuthapani. So here this Kapalapani Putakam. Putakam is a very interesting usage. So Putakam means various things. There are slightly different shades of meaning. So this folding is called Putanam, Samputanam. Okay. So wrapping, folding. So here the hands are held together. So now what is the understanding? So Kapala Panihi, and that is held with the Putanam. So now this becomes the Adhikaranam for the Bhiksha. So Ekadesha Anvaya has to be done. So for Atanam, this is not Adhikaranam. But for Bhiksha, this is Adhikaranam. And Kapala Pani Putake. So this is how the word has to be understood. So Rudro Yena Kapala Pani Putake Bhikshatanam Karitaha. Finally he says, not only this, Suryo Brahmyati, not only Devatas, Suryo Brahmyati Nityameva Gagane. Nityameva Gagane. Very nearly, incessantly. So this fellow is moving. Okay. Suryo Brahmyati. Brahmyati, Brahmati. In fact, both forms are there. You should know that. Brahmati is same as Brahmyati. This is Divadigana. Brahmati, Brahmataha, Brahmanti. Brahmyati, Brahmyataha, Brahmyanti. Whereas in certain lakaras you will have only one form. Brahmita, Brahmitaro, Brahmitaraha. You will not have other forms. Anyway, so Suryo Brahmyati. He keeps continuously rotating. Nityameva Gagane. Why is all this happening? Tasmai Namah Karmane. It is all because of karma. So this is there are a few verses which are very beautiful verses in Niti Shatakam where he talks about the karma. So that is what we were saying by quoting even Rama, right? The verses of Rama. Namadvidho dushkrita karmakari manyedvitiyosti vasundharaya shokena shoko hi paramparaya mameti bhindan hridayam manascha. And he says it is all because of Purvam maya nunam abhipsitani papani karmanya sakritani tasyaya madhya patito vipakaha dukhena dukham yadaham vishami. So that is how he says. So this karma is a very, very important concept. And that is why towards the end of Shatashloki, Bhagavad Pada comes and then talks about this karma. Why? So it is this karma which really prompts you. That is what Bhagavad Gita tells you. Karyate hyavashah karma sarvaha prakritijair gunaihi. This prakritijair gunaihi, even with respect to human beings, so there is a certain impelling force in you which makes you engage in a particular activity. There is a certain impelling force in you which makes you utter something at a given instance which you would not have liked to do. So there are certain things which are happening which later we feel I need not have done. Now, so this is what is called avashaha. So that has to do with the samskara, and the samskara has to do with karma. Understand? So the activity is driven by a certain force, and the force is born out of samskara, and the samskara is once again pegged to karma. So that is why this is something which is very important to understand. So having said that, it is karma which is being held as the most important factor by the discussion which emerged between Yajnavalkya and Arthabhaga. So in this verse, which we are going to just now take up, so there is another interesting feature that is being stated. So just now, when I said, so it is the karma which makes the Surya do, which makes Rudra do, which makes Vishnu do. So all that we said. Now in the next verse, he is going to give another aspect of it, which you can connect to you. What is this karma, first of all? There are some interesting discussions even in Brahma Sutras. Let us see. Vrikshachede kutharaha.
वृक्षच्छेदे कुठारः वृक्षच्छेदे कुठारः
Prabhavati yadayam.
प्रभवति यदयम्
Paninodyastathapi.
पाणिनोद्यस्तथापि
Prayohannam triptihetuhu.
प्रायोऽन्नं तृप्तिहेतुः
Tadapi nigilanam.
तदपि निगीलनम्
Karanam bhoktriyatnaha.
कारणं भोक्तृयत्नः
Prachinam karma tadvat.
प्राचीनं कर्म तद्वत्
Vishama samaphala praptihetustathapi.
विषमसमफलप्राप्तिहेतुस्तथापि
Prayohannam, swatantrym nashvaresmin.
स्वातन्त्र्यं नश्वरेऽस्मिन्
Swatantrym nashvaresmin. Nahi khalu ghatate.
न हि खलु घटते
Preragosyantaraatma.
प्रेरकोऽस्यान्तरात्मा
Vrikshachede kutharaha. Prabhavati yadayam. Paninodyastathapi. Vrikshachede kutharaha prabhavati. Vrikshacheda is the activity of cutting the branches of a tree. Vrikshachede kutharaha, axe that you use. Prabhavati. So the cutting of the branch of the tree is happening because of the fall of the axe upon the branch. The repeated fall. Okay, repeatedly you try to sever the branch and then that happens. Prabhavati. What is responsible for the tree being cut? Axe is responsible. So without the axe, so it is not going to fall. So therefore, Prabhavati, it is capable. But then axe on its own does not have the capacity to cut the tree unless it is operated by somebody. So that is what is being said. Paninodyaha. So Paninodyaha. Pani is hand and Nuda Prerane. So it is coming from Nuda Prerane Dhatu. Nodyaha means, so the axe is to be taken and dropped heavily in a particular direction by the hand. And the hand is getting the direction as to how you have to put the axe through the individual. So So though axe cuts the tree, it is the person who cuts the tree. Okay. So paninodhyaha tathapi. So that acts as an instrument, but the action in the axe is through the action of the hand, and the action of the hand is from the impulse which is received from the mind, brain. Okay. Paninodhyaha. So what does he say? Vrikshachede kutaraha yadyapi. So yadayam. So yadayam. So this yat can be taken as yadyapi. Yadyapi vrikshachede kutaraha prabhavati. Okay. Tathapi ayam paninodhyaha eva kutaraha prabhavati. So paninodhyaha eva kutaraha prabhavati. Similarly, he gives one more example. Prayohonnam tripti hetuhu tadapi nigilanam karanam bhoktriyatnaha. Annam tripti hetuhu. Correct? Correct? Annam tripti hetuhu. But then I was thinking, why does Acharya use the word prayaha? For everybody, annam is tripti hetu. Not for some individuals. At least not certain annam. Prayaha. You understand? Because you cannot consume, then that will be atripti hetu. Dukkha hetu. Prayonnam tripti hetu. Prayaha tripti hetu bhavati. By and large. Okay. And sometimes this annam also becomes dukkha hetu. Prayohonnam. So today somebody came in the morning. And so that was not tripti hetu. So for some reason. Prayohonnam tripti hetu. But then assume anna is tripti hetu. Anna by its mere presence is not tripti hetu. Anna only when it is swallowed, it is tripti hetu. Therefore he is saying tadapi means tathapi you can take. Okay. Tadapi, even that food, either you can take tadapi. Nigilanam karanam bhoktriyatnaha. Tatra nigilanam means swallowing. Okay. Gala adhodesha sanyoganugulo vyaparaha. Okay. So that vyapara has to be there. If you put gala adhodesha sanyoganugulo vyaparaha. So that vyapara, if it is not completed, it cannot be tripti hetu. Prayo. And that fortunately has to happen. If it goes and gets blocked. Prayohonnam tripti hetuhu tadapi nigilanam karanam bhoktriyatnaha. Now I am reminded of a very interesting Samasya Purti. It's an interesting verse, you should know. Samasya Purti means some quarter of a verse will be given to you. Quarter of the verse will be given to you by the audience, learned audience, and the scholar has to complete the rest of the verse. This is called Samasya Purti. It is a kind of a test of a scholarship. Particularly during Avadhana, this is done. Somebody gave this as Samasya Purti. Nacha khalu paribhoktum naiva shaknomi hatum. You understand? So for two reasons I am reminded of this. Just now this came to my mind. Nacha khalu paribhoktum naiva shaknomi hatum. Paribhoktum means to enjoy, okay, to consume, okay, to receive. Hatum, to drop. Neither am I able to consume nor am I able to drop. Understand? So this is like sometimes your boss tells you, why don't you do this? You may not enjoy doing this, nor can you say no. So this is sometimes possible. Okay, many a times this is possible under various circumstances. Nacha khalu paribhoktum naiva shaknomi hatum. But this scholar beautifully composed a verse. I don't remember the whole verse, but then I'll just quickly explain to you what he said. Okay? So he said, this fellow, Tripti Hetu. So in those days, definitely every temple used to give prasada. And in some temples, the prasada will be very, very tasty. That day, this fellow had a chakra pongal, so which he likes very much. And then there was a lot of crowds. So this fellow wanted to have in both hands. Okay, not one hand. So in a hurry, there was a pole in between, bamboo pole. So he put the hand across the bamboo pole and received. You understand? So now there is a bamboo pole in between. He can neither split the hand nor can he enjoy. Mechakalu paribhoktu naiva shaknomi hatu. So why I said this was prayonnam tripti hetu. It suddenly flashed me. So that Anna is tripti hetu, no doubt. But now you are in a catch-22 situation. Nacha khalu paribhoktum naiva shaknomi hatum. So similarly, prayonnam tripti hetu tadapi nigilanam. Unless you put in your, it is available in hand. Okay, nigilanam karanam bhoktriyatnaha. So now he says, prachinam karma tadvat. Similarly, karma. So now this karma is compared to those two entities, like Kuthara and in the other case Nigilanam. Okay, so Nigilanam, putting it inside. Prachinam karma tadvat. So true that karma is responsible for what? Vishama samaphala prapti hetuhu. Vishama phala prapti hetuhu, samaphala prapti hetuhu. Vishama samaphala. Vishama is odd things, difficult things. Sama is even things. Okay? So Vishama sama. So those which you will enjoy. That is samaphala. Vishama samaphala prapti hetuhu tathapi. So this is like lekin. So which is this Modi keeps using. Lekin tathapi. What does he say? Swatantriyam nashvaresmin nahi khalu ghatate prerako syantaratma. Swatantriyam nashvaresmin. Nashvare asmin. So this karma is nashvara. What do we mean by this? So any activity that you do is obviously time-bound activity. Once that activity is over, the karma is gone. Now, where is the question of karma phala? Once the activity is gone, where is the question now? Karma phala being experienced at a later time. Karma is gone. So that is why he is saying Swatantriyam nashvaresmin. The word Swatantriyam is also to be understood. This Kuthara Swatantriyena cannot cut. What is this Swatantriya? This also has to be understood. In fact, we have a Panini Sutra, Swatantra Karta. This is a very interesting sutra. What is this Swatantra Karta? Swatantriyam. So Swatantriyam means, see, Itara Vyapara Anadhinam Vyapara Vatva. So this is a technical definition. Itara Vyapara Anadhinam Vyapara Vatvam is one way of saying. Anadhina means not influenced by. Okay? So this judge can think independently means not influenced by any other thought. Okay? Itara Vyapara, suppose thinking is an activity. Okay? If a given problem has to be solved, then your thinking has to be in solving the problem. But if you are free to choose your problem, so then there is Swatantriya. If I say you solve this problem, so then your Vyapara is only on that problem. You don't have Swatantriyam there. Okay? So the Adhina Vyapara Dattva. So you can independently. So in fact there is another interesting definition. They say Svetarakaraka Aprayojyatve sati Idarakaraka Prayoktritvam. This is another interesting definition. See, it's all nicely presented by our philosophers. Svetarakaraka Aprayojyatve sati Idarakaraka Prayoktritvam means Karaka is by which you do. So this axe example will be very clear to you now. Itarakaraka prayojyatvam, prayoktritvam is there in karta. So karta means the one who does this. But this karta is not influenced by that, but he can influence the axe. Understand? So the axe cannot make him cut. You understand? But he can make the axe cut. So that is a karaka, obviously. So it is a karaka. It is involved in the cutting activity. Okay, anything that is involved in that activity is a karaka. Okay, so it performs that activity. Okay, so this axe performs the activity. It is also karaka. But this person is also karaka. But so this is not having swatantriyam, whereas the karta has the swatantriyam. Axe cannot make you influence, but you can make the axe cut. Okay, so this is Svetarakaraka Aprayojyatve sati Itarakaraka Prayoktritvam. So this is another way of nicely defining swatantriyam. Anyway, so here we have the word swatantriyam. So this karma does not have that swatantriyam. So why am I saying this? I am saying this because there are various shrutis also which we find in Upanishads which talk about in great detail. So this karma, the whole Mimamsa Shastra as well as Vedanta Shastra, so they accept this karma as the foremost thing. So swatantriyam nashvaresmin asmin nashvare karmani swatantriyam nasti. Okay. Swatantriyam naghatate. Naghatate means it does not suit well. Because it is just a achetana, like an axe. You understand? You are a chetana, so you can make use of the axe. acts as such is a Chetana. And therefore, na ghatate. Giving swatantriyam, na ghatate. It doesn't sound well. Okay? It doesn't stand to scrutiny. So then he says, na khalu ghatate. Indeed does not fit well. Therefore he says, prerako syantaratma. There is a Chetana. Okay? So he is preraka. Antaratma prerakaha. So this is something which you need to understand based on the Shruti. So I will resort to some Shruti, what Acharya tries to convey here. Okay? There are some interesting Shrutis which are found in Chandogya. Okay? Prerakaha means the one who prompts. So, Prerakaha. Okay? So that's why I said, see, Prayojyatvam, Prayog. So, Prayoktritvam. Okay. Now, this Prerakaha is the one who prompts you to do. The one who prompts you to do. And the prompter, he says, Antaratma. Antaratma Prerakaha Asya. So that is how you have to understand. Asya Prerakaha Antaratma. Asya Prerakaha Kasya Prerakaha Karmanah Prerakaha. Okay, so this is a very interesting theory that we need to carefully understand. Asya Karmanaha Prerakaha. Whatever be the activity. So this is Antaratma is a Preraka, is what he is saying. Now we have a couple of Shrutis which we will look into, and then we will quickly return back to this verse. Karyate hi avashah karma sarvah prakriti jair gunaihi. So we saw that. So that was the previous thing. Vamshottam so yadunam iti vadati nakopyatra tishthatya karma. So impelled by whom? So you can think of even from the viewpoint of an agnostic. So there are certain things which are set into motion. And motion cannot take place without a force. And the one who provides the force, who impels, is the person whom we call as Ishvara. You just say, even from the viewpoint of science, you just say, so karma is a kind of an action. It can be referring to all the planets moving around the solar system, the whole solar system in a galaxy, and the whole galaxy is moving. That is one kind of a karma. The other kind of a karma is what we keep engaging in now. So, karma of variety of types. So even within an atom one can think of a karma. So karma is continuously happening all over. Now prerakaha means, so we understand today that there is a certain force which is essential for any karma to happen in any form. And who provides this force? We say it is Ishvara. So for which you and I are not responsible. Okay, so just take this abstract definition of Ishvara. And now he is saying, Prerakaha Asya Karmanaha. Asya Karmanaha Prerakaha. So as you take for larger systems, you take for smaller systems, you take for even human systems. Okay. So this Ishvara is the Preraka for karma in the form of Shakti. So in the form of consciousness, in the form of force, he is Preraka. Now this idea has been nicely brought out in Upanishads, and there is a detailed discussion which goes on even in Brahma Sutra. So there is one quotation which I would like to give from Chandogya Upanishad. He says, Tadjaiha ramaniya charanaha abhyashoha yatte ramaniyam yonimapadyeran atha yaiha kapuya charanaha abhyashoha yatte kapuyam yonimapadyeran. So this occurs in Chandogya Panchama. And there is another mantra which will be quoted, Yesha hyeva sadhu karma karayati yamebhyo lokebhyaha unninishate Yesha hyeva sadhu karma karayati yamebhyo adhaha ninishate unninishate adhaha ninishate. So here, so these two shrutis have to be clearly understood. Yesha hyeva means it is this person. So this person whom we may refer to as Ishvara. Sadhu karma karayati yam unninishate means, so he makes this person engage in good activities whom he wants to uplift. He makes this person engage in other kinds of activities whom he wants to put down. If you just say, and he is Ishvara, then there will be a big problem. Why is this fellow partial? Even the Ishvara whom I trusted. So you will land into problem. So unninishate adhoninishate, if you just say. So this is something which will be discussed at great length. So in the Upanishads as well as by Bhagavad Pada in the Bhashya. In fact, so this can be resolved, and this ninishate is once again going back to your previous karma, and therefore you say Gahana Karmano Gatihi Karmanaha Anaditva. Okay? So why should you first of all assume this karmanaha anaditvam? So there is no other way by which you will be able to explain. Okay, so now let me tell you this one mantra. There is some interesting thing which I saw in the Chandogya Upanishad. These terms you can of course refer to the Bhashya. There are one or two terms. In fact, this mantra is 5:10:7. So in Chandogya Upanishad, Tadyaiha ramaniya charanaha abhyashoha yatte ramaniyam yonimapadyeran brahmana yonim va kshatriya yonim va vaishya yonim va atha yaiha kapuya charanaha abhyashoha yatte kapuyam yonimapadyeran ashvayonim va sukalayonim va chandalayonim va. So this is how the mantra goes. So ramaniya charanaha is a phrase that he uses. Tadyaiha ramaniya charanaha. Ramaniya charanaha normally means charana is Ramaniya charanaha. So charanaha you should be understood as acharana. So those whose conduct is something which is extremely pleasing to all. Okay? So Ramaniya is something which is explicitly beautiful. So Ramaniya charanaha. So there Ramaniya charanena upalakshitaha. Bhagavad Pada says, what is upalakshitaha? See, shobhanaha anushayaha punyam karma. So shobhanaha anushayaha. The word anushaya is also repeatedly used. So anushaya is to be understood as something which continuously follows you. Okay? So something which follows you. So this is what is anushaya, anubandhaha. Okay, so that is how you have to understand the term anushaya. So here he says shobhanaha anushayaha punyam karma. Okay, so this karma is essentially nabhuktam kshiyate karma kalpakoti shatairapi. It's another phrase. So this karma is something which continuously follows. So this is in the form of samskara, which it has created in buddhi. Okay, so punyam karma yeshante ramaniya charanaha uchyante. What does it mean? Kraurya anrita maya varjitanam hi shakyaha upalakshayitum shubhanushaya sadbhavaha. So this is a very important phrase. So when will you have? So this ramaniya charanaha ramaniyam yonim apadyante means you will land up into something which is extremely pleasing, etc. If you are a ramaniya charana. But what is this ramaniya charanatvam? How do you achieve that? So there he says kraurya anrita maya varjitanam. This is what is very important. So krauryam means you should never ever hurt others. Okay, cannot be cruel means in terms of words, in terms of actions, in terms of thoughts. Okay, anrita, you have to be absolutely truthful. Okay. Maya varjitanam. So this is all. What more? So kraurye anrita maya varjitanam hi shakyaha upalakshayitum shubhanushaya sadbhavaha tena anushayena punyena karmana, and so on. Abhyashaha is a term. Abhyashaha means so kshipram, quickly. Okay, so that is how we have to understand. And the other word that you find here is kapuya charanaha. Kapuya charanaha means kapuya is something which is to be understood as something which is mean, wicked, and so on. Okay, worthless. So all these is kapuya. How does it come? Kutsitam puyate. Okay, that is how the word comes. Puyate means smells. His character smells. His character is stinking. You say no. So, stinking character. So that is what is kapuya. Kapuya. Kapuya is the phrase that we find in Upanishad. Kapuya charanaha. See? So kapuya charanaha. See, puyate, puyate, puyante. So this is a bhwadi dhatu. Kutsitam puyate. Kapuya charanaha kapuyam yonim apadyanti. So that is how the mantra goes. Okay. So this swatantriyam for karma is not there. And so Ishvaraha prerayita. But prerayita not on his own but driven by karma. Okay. So the justice has to say, okay, you are free. Okay. Or you are to be hanged. So you have to decide based on something. Okay. Similarly, here we take the role of Ishvara. Read this. Vrikshachede kutharaha prabhavati yadayam paninodyastathavi prayonnam tripti hetuhu tadapi nihilam karanam bhoktriyatnaha prachinam karma tadvat. This prachinam means something which has been performed long back, we don't know. Okay, that is why Rama said namadvidho dushkrita karmakari, not in this janma, janmantara. Prachinam karma tadvat vishama samapala prapti hetus tathavi swatantriyam nashvaresmin nahi khalu ghatate prerako syantaratma. Om sarve sukhina santu sarve santu niramayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om.